Welcome back to the Pouring Rain podcast. I'm Bert,
Kinshaba.
Scott Ballholes. Hello.
and we're here to talk about all the insanity going on in the world today.
Dude, Bitcoin just hit 53,000 today. I just got an alert on my phone.
As long as it stays over 50.
I'm actually up on my Bitcoin.
That's crazy.
I'm like, holy
me
shit,
too.
it's been a minute.
Yeah, you haven't been up in 3 years, at least.
Yeah, dude, I was just
like
fucking
that.
chilling.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Nah, right.
It's called diamond hands.
That's right.
Put it up.
Just wait.
They call me tungsten hands, son.
Tungsten hands, not titanium hands.
Jesus. Yeah, man. As long as it stays over 50, man,
Shout out
a
to
lot of
crypto.
money's gonna go in there. 2025.
Well, I mean, so you had the BlackRock ETF that I'm sure probably sparked most of this. And they just approved
Ethereum.
Ethereum ETF.
Spot ETF.
And
yeah.
I got Ethereum
That's going to be
at a
crazy.
great price.
Yeah.
So I'm just chilling. Now all I need is the rest of that shit to fucking go up, baby.
Yeah.
I need
Well,
XRP and H bar to fucking
XRP and H bar, man.
yeah. Help me
That shit needs to
be
go up.
cooling.
Yeah.
It could get high. I mean, it has the, it could get to what, $8 realistically in this cycle.
What?
What's that?
XRP.
Yeah.
Dude, if that happens,
You think so?
$8?
Realistically, yeah.
I mean, the all-time high is $4.
Yeah, the all-time high is 4. But
Yeah.
that's what they were saying. Like realistically.
In what time frame? Like this year?
No, they're talking about like end of.
Oh, the next bull cycle.
Yeah, like
Oh,
end
okay.
of
Next- the
2030
next
or something
bull
like
run.
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
that happens, man. I'm fucking.
You don't have to do nothing. You just gotta hold it. That's
My
it.
house is paid off, son.
It's at what, 53
Yeah.
cents right now? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't gotta do shit. 53 cents and 53,000.
You know what's so funny?
That's crazy.
It's funny that so many people have kind of, like when you don't hear about it all the time, people think, oh, I know it was bullshit. It's like, no, it's just not the talk of the moment right now.
Yeah.
It's
You know?
cyclical. That's what they
Yeah.
only talk about it when that's what kind of fucked us up because we were buying it on the fucking come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just getting into
We were
it.
just
Right.
getting
you
to
know.
know about it.
But
yeah.
that it was, I
right.
mean, everything that like we started getting into it around 2020, I guess.
2021
Okay.
more, and then it really like shot up.
Yeah, because we're all sitting here
Yeah.
watching the fucking world collapse and
Yep.
trying to figure out ways that we could take some of our money and make it work for us.
Right.
Yeah,
And we just got in at the wrong time, you know?
Yeah.
So,
but now as long as it surpasses those all-time highs, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
but it always does. If you look, especially if you look just at Bitcoin, just look at Bitcoin and you look at the chart, it is
Yep.
constantly just going up,
Yep.
up, up,
Yep.
up since the beginning of it.
Typical.
You know?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Pretty much anything Jim Cramer says, just do the opposite and you'll be fine. Put it that way.
You told me, right? You said if you did the opposite, you'd be way up.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
We told
If you listen to Jim Cramer,
this is not financial advice.
yeah, fuck him. Fuck, this is financial advice. Fuck that guy.
That's him.
Yeah, all I'm saying is fuck that guy. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to me either. But definitely don't listen to me.
Definitely don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him either.
Right.
If you because there, I forget. I saw a chart. I think it was on Twitter or like Facebook or some shit, and it was that showed all the things he was wrong about.
Well,
That
I
he-
mean,
but I mean, also, this dude's also been on TV for probably like 20
That's true.
fucking years. You know, who knows?
That's true.
And you're gonna be wrong about shit, but he's so passionate about how wrong
Yeah.
he is.
That's what it is.
his shit don't age well.
No,
No.
but it's an asset class that they don't understand because they don't understand the technology, and that's
That's it.
simply it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You have these dinosaurs. Like you won't see me talking about fucking trap music. And,
Right.
No.
You know, I'll
Yeah.
critique the shit out of it. But
Right.
when
Right.
it comes down to it, I'm also not going to sit here and tell you that it's not going to ever make money or ever be
Yeah.
popular.
It makes money. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
because
popular.
I don't understand it. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
it.
I don't understand it because I came from an era that XYZ was happening.
Yep.
You know, and now a completely new set of metrics and everything else is happening in front of them, and they're too late. I think a lot of it has to do with that they're too lazy, but they're also too, like conceited to
I
think
was
that
about
they
to
don't
say
understand
arrogant.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't want to admit.
They don't admit that they
I
don't
don't
fucking know
understand
anything
it.
about it.
Yep.
You know, because they're financial advisors.
Yeah. They're supposed to know everything.
Yeah.
But they're all, like you said, Jim Cramer. He's got to be one of the fucking most knowledgeable people on that
Yeah.
shit, and he's wrong all
the time. All the
Yeah.
time.
You can tell they're not doing research.
No.
You can tell they're not really doing because
It's
there's
a
no way
different
there's no
asset
way they would
class.
have these they would all have these same opinions about it if you really took the time to do real research and saw how powerful the backing of crypto is, which is blockchain. If you really
Yeah.
did your research on that, you're not gonna say what they say. But they say that because it's a threat to them, as we
And they're
spoke about a
overlords
bunch of
for the most
times.
part.
Right.
Because it's decentralized.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Anything they can't control is centralized. Dude.
Yeah.
It's trash. Even if it's the best thing ever. No, it's trash.
trash.
Yeah. One thing, you don't invest in Bitcoin. Okay. Don't. Perfect.
Exactly.
I don't give a
Let us make money. Fuck you.
You already have it.
But meanwhile, they're doing. They're all fucking doing it on the back
Absolutely.
end because they understand. Like if they do,
100%.
but
they
they could
also-
also just be completely lying.
They also have that amount of money to lose to be like, all right, you know what? Let me throw
Right, throw
a mi-
this-
let me
yeah.
throw $1 million
Throw
on
$1 million
Bitcoin
in
and
there, right?
then
right.
forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck you.
They have the money to do.
Liars.
I hate it, man. It's so sad that we can't
All
wa-
just
like, you
prosper
cannot-
together.
Yeah, you can't watch the news.
Yeah.
And expect
And
the
believe
truth. We all have a reasonable expectation to believe what they're telling us on the news.
Yeah.
However, we have seen enough proof at this point to not believe anything
Yeah.
that they say. Which is, it does leave you in a really, it leaves you in a really bad place as a civilian because you're like, well, what am I supposed to believe? Like, you shouldn't feel that's like mental abuse, like from a government to its people, to make sure everything that you see confuses the shit out of you, and you have no idea what's up or down, left or right, and you're like, oh, where do I listen to then?
We're in like a Stockholm syndrome, right?
Yeah, like older people, bro, they don't know what to. They're like, well, 'cause I tell my mom, she's like, and she believes what I say, but you know, I go in the house or whatever, and I'll see she's still, you know, faithfully watching the news at 6 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And I'm like, so she was watching it one night. I'm like, watch how much bad news that you don't really need to know is on from like the first 10 minutes,
Oh, especially local news.
dude.
Local news is the worst.
It's like the worst type of car accidents and this rape and this person double homicide here, and I'm like, you really need to know all this, huh, Mom?
Yeah, good thing you know about that. That's great.
Right? I'm like,
It's that fear mongering.
I know, man.
You can put it in you, man. It's crazy.
You know, you're talking about 60 years of
Yeah, today I was at the doctor's office with Jess, and they had this whole thing about like jogging, like women, you know, that have been assaulted jogging, and I'm like, I'm sure it's happened. But
Where?
but how often?
right.
Like, what's the percentage that somebody's just gonna fucking be out there at 5:30 in the morning and fucking kill you and shit?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're basically telling you like not to fucking do it or do it in groups or you know. It's like this fear. Like, what are you talking about? Some people just get up and fucking go. Like,
Dude, you ever notice that everything that they do, like everything that when I say they, whether it be like government, why are you laughing?
think of this shadow figure with his hands folded
What do you mean, you people?
behind a big desk.
Like
That
everything
sounds blancophobic.
they
You people, them,
it's definitely blancophobic.
They?
they.
They them.
What are the pronouns?
Yeah,
What are the pronouns for shitty government?
you know what I want to say.
Cocksucker. There it is.
Timestamp.
8:50.
It was the first thing. that
Not
came-
even in 10 minutes. We
Hold
can't go.
You have to clearly get it out.
It has to be heard on our headphones.
But no, everything that they tell you is something, whether it be indirectly or directly, to keep you from being healthy. Like
It's what you mean,
Don't-
like mentally healthy,
Everything.
physically healthy,
physically,
everything, right?
yeah, everything. Like
Yeah.
don't jog now. Women don't jog, you might get raped. Like or take this pill for this. Don't eat the right foods. You know what I mean? It's the same shit we talk about. It's just it's always new examples of it though.
Yeah.
Like they never ever press that you should be independently healthy and here's how to do it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't stand to profit from that. So yeah.
No, no, no. Unless I know you personally on some kind of level, I automatically don't trust you when you tell me something. I always take it with a grain of salt. So if I don't,
Yeah.
dude, if you're some
I think
rich
I'm the
dude on the
opposite.
fucking internet, like you ever see, who's that fucking dickbird Cardone? Was Cardone? I think he is.
Grant Cardone.
Yeah, him, dude. The shit he says.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about Grant.
I feel
Cardone, and
bad
I know
for
why.
people.
I know why. I know because he said some shit the other day, and I'm like, dude, this is you showing how out of touch you are. because I followed him for a while.
Yeah, you
'Cause,
get to that point.
I take, I learned to take shit from people that I feel like makes sense or that could apply to me, that could help me, and then just if they say bullshit, just fuck off with the rest of the shit.
Yeah.
But he said you should be embarrassed as a man if you make $400,000 a year. He's like, that's not any money. He breaks down like after taxes is this and then how much cost of living is. It's like, okay, I understand what you're saying in terms of like after you break down the numbers, taxes and cost of living, how everything is so high, it's nowhere near $400K. But still, bro, like how many people are going to be able to go out and make $400,000?
Dude, the percentage of over 100,000 is really fucking
it's like
low.
less than like 8% or something like that. Yeah. And then at 400, if you go up, it's like 1 or less, 1%. It's
So
like
all the people that work for him aren't men. All your employees, you just said that to them,
Right.
Because I know you're not paying anybody fucking 400,000, and they're helping you make money.
Yeah.
right. It's like, bro, like
It's so fucking, like you said, out of touch.
you're gonna
Fucking
say that about
celebrities.
like
You're talking about Kid Rock.
you're talking
out
about
of touch.
yeah, you're
All
talking
these
about everybody.
motherfuckers.
Like you know how much money that is to normal people. Like you know how many people work hard, bust their ass, like and doing the best that they can, and they make like 80 or 60 or 100. You know what I mean? Like it's like that shit turned me. Yeah, that really because I liked him for a minute because the shit that he would say, I'm like, all right, this seems to make sense to me. I could follow that. I could see how I could get wealthy if I followed this principle. But that right there, like, you should be embarrassed as a man if you earn less than $400K. Like,
Fuck out of here.
it's so far out of.
Well, and not just that, but the way this man measures a fucking other man is not the way
Right.
I would measure a man ever.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, he's measuring everything from the lens of wealth, which is kind of hilarious.
And it's out of touch.
Because at the end of the day, if I fucking wanted to, I could steal every fucking penny he had. If I wanted to, in one fucking day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make him. I'm not saying I ever would.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Is that a threat?
There's plenty of dudes who are making
Balls.
$50,000 a year who could fucking take every fucking penny he had
Right.
because those men are measured differently.
Yes, sir.
So
The world needs
let's
bad.
be
guys.
fucking real. Let's be fucking real.
Take it.
So, but he says the most off the wall shit. Like the one, like, and half the time it doesn't fucking make any sense. He's like, if I had $100,000 right now, I'd go buy a fourplex. Really?
Really?
In Fantasyland? Because where the fuck are you buying a
For
fourplex
$100,000.
for $100,000?
Yeah. Where are you getting anything for $100,000?
Nowhere.
To live.
It's just,
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
what
Yeah.
sucks is that they're telling this to mostly kids.
Yeah.
There's 17 to 24-year-olds that are fucking hanging on every word of these motherfuckers.
Yep.
And they could go into financial ruin.
Yes. Have you ever like actually sat down and like talked to like a 20-year-old kid or a 21-year-old kid, like or even 17 to like 25?
Yeah, I work with a lot of them, so yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
well,
They have their idea of their worth in the marketplace is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so over like inflated.
Yes.
Crazy inflated. Crazy inflated. They have no
Yeah.
idea.
Right.
And I get it because they're just they're just ignorant because they're young, they haven't been out there.
And their
But-
parents probably did well. So they're,
Yes.
you know what I mean? But they don't realize that, guess what? Your parents together maybe made $100,000.
Yeah, right.
And not only that, they've been working for 25 fucking years to get to this point.
Exactly.
What they're
Right.
making.
Exactly.
You just graduated high school, man.
Right. You put in no work, pay no dues.
Yeah.
Nope, they want to go straight to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the internet culture.
I can't
bro.
take a job that's less than $100,000 a year.
Like what? You're
What
you're,
word?
You're
What
20.
value?
You're
You mean-
21.
You mean the work that you provide is valued
Right.
to your employer like $1 million? Like, where you have to make 10 times as much as your employee makes or some shit.
The best thing you
yeah.
could ever say to him, and I've said it before, is what skill do you bring
That's
to the
it.
marketplace?
That's it. It's just
What
that
is the
simple.
skill you have
That simple.
that is worth that $100,000?
No,
'Cause
that's why
maybe
you go,
you do have a skill that's worth
Exactly.
that.
And
And
I'm- hey, if you
so-
have an answer for that and a good one
Right.
that makes sense, I'm like, all right, cool, that's what's up.
Right.
Yeah, but at this time,
Most
like
of
now
the time.
trades are worth that
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
telling
money.
you.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you think, oh man, I don't want to swing a hammer all day. Guess what?
like you-
These
you
motherfuckers
should.
are paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're making fucking money. Cause
You might not want to
nobody-
swing a hammer, but right now is the time to be swinging a fucking hammer because your body is able to do it.
Right.
Also,
Right.
nobody knows how to do shit.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
They had a whole fucking South Park, remember? Whole
trades
South
are-
Park movie about how like All of a sudden, like he's like, what do you do? He's like, I'm a landscaper. He's fucking jumping out of a Lambo and shit. He's got fucking fur and shit. It's like,
He's like the only one that
they're
can
the new
do it.
rich people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're the new rich people. The plumber's like, I can't get to you for like 3 months. then they're bidding on jobs. Like people are trying to outbid each other to get this plumber to come and shit. It was fucking great. But it's true.
It's the truth.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Things
internet,
that never die, man. Like
internet culture,
plumbing,
man.
construction.
It's stuff that
being a
robots can't
barber.
do, and it
Yeah.
can't be solved
Right.
digitally.
Correct.
You know,
Exactly.
actually, so I had this conversation with Jake the other night because he was talking to me. He wants to go into real estate, and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm like, not for nothing, but I'm not looking at the real estate industry like it's going to be around that much longer.
That is
It's
one.
too easily solved digitally, and you're paying way too much money to these people to do very. I mean, I'm not gonna say you don't do fucking anything. You know what I mean, like I get it. Like, I'm not trying to act like you don't do shit, but you guys don't do shit. Like I'm sorry, it's not hard. It's what real estate agents do is not fucking rocket science,
No.
and it can be solved digitally.
Yeah.
They're gonna be phased
You
That's
out.
show
why-
houses, dude.
That's why when
Put out little tea sandwiches on a good one.
when we were talking about this before, I was saying that, and I stand by this. The only I guess group within certain industries that are going to survive when this AI shit really hits is the people that are so elite at it and they have a following to where they're like, I know I don't need to use this person, but they're so good at what they do and I love them so much and they're so great and do this that I wouldn't even want to use AI or a robot.
Yeah.
Those are the only people that are going to survive a lot of these industries. You got to be like the elite of the elite and give the best customer experience ever that a person's going to be like, no, I'd rather actually pay more to have this human experience because they're that great than pay this robot to, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
other than that, but that's only like 1% of a lot of industries.
Yeah.
99% is
And
going
I'm
to
sure
get wiped out, bro.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. I'm sure there's going to be people who want to hire a real estate agent to just
Yeah.
take care of everything for them.
Right.
I don't
There's
feel like
always
fucking
gonna-
doing this
there's always
shit.
going to be that.
But
right.
someone like me, you, like, what do I gotta go? I gotta go around, take pictures, and post them to the internet. Cool.
Yeah.
And set up showings. Cool. Here's my house. Check this out.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be home anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
I'm going nowhere on Sunday anyway.
you do your own research. You do everything about the area, all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here, man?
Right. And this is no shade to like real estate
No,
agents.
it's
This is-
really not.
'cause
I'm
I got a lot of real estate agent friends, but it's like, listen, man, everybody's going to have to step their shit up.
You gotta
because
adapt.
you're going to lose your position.
You gotta adapt.
You got to
yeah.
be great. Yeah, it's either like literally be great or die. You know what I
skate
mean?
or die. Remember that?
Die. Skate.
Skate or die. Look, how bad would that be right now? Like to
That
say,
game?
No, but to say that, like even title a game that, like that's
Oh,
how fucking
bro.
desensitized we're.
Can we stop being such
Yo, for
pussies? Sorry.
real. For real. Yeah, I love that you had to
And
say
basement's
it fully.
tainted.
Tainted with the word.
Sensitive walls, you're gonna collapse.
Seriously, can we stop being pussies about this shit?
Yeah, the world has really been
It's really bad, man. But,
pussification of America.
but you're right, though. A lot of kids aren't buying into that shit. You know what I mean? And
That's nice to see, actually.
that's good. Like we were talking about, Shane Gillis just did SNL, right? Saturday night.
How old is Shane Gillis? Do we know?
He's 36.
Yeah, it's like he's a little younger than us.
He's about 10 years younger than us.
Yeah. Damn, why you gonna fucking,
I was about to say this a little bit more.
why you gonna put me on Front Street like that?
Sorry.
We
We got him by, like-
he's a decade.
8 to 10 years. But anyway, he has like that no filter, right? He got fired from SNL for doing some Asian jokes, and they brought him back. I was telling him within 2 years he's hosting it. They fired him for it for an offensive joke. Look at the difference in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And now you have CNN. Remember I was telling you that the New Yorker, all these giving him such bad press about him getting through the monologue.
Hating.
It was fucking hilarious. Did you watch it?
Dude,
I didn't watch.
yeah.
I didn't get to watch the whole show.
I haven't seen it.
But I
That's what I'm
saw
saying,
the
though.
monologue, and I'm like, just the monologue.
Unfunny
alone-
people.
Yeah, you're not funny. I always go back to what
That's
you said.
it.
That shit is like, you know, it's you're not fun.
Yeah.
Like,
So imagine what you
I'm
think is
fun.
funny.
You're not fun. Yeah, like you're not funny, dude. It's just, you refuse to accept that shit. That you're not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, you don't know what humor is. Like, and you take it so seriously that you're
Right.
fucking offended by him saying that that he's saying about his own dad that it's suspect that his dad's a voluntary women's
Basketball coach.
high school girls basketball coach. He's like, it's kind of suspect. I'm not gonna like that's funny.
Yeah,
you know
that
what I
is
mean?
funny.
And his dad is probably a fucking great dude. Like you know,
Right,
the
right.
kind of guy you probably would want to coach your fucking daughter
Right.
and shit. But
Yeah.
it's fucking funny because everybody's so like, you know, you say
Sensitive.
like, what's his name, Ricky Gervais. He's like, I say the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know what's right.
Yeah,
And he's like, and that's why it's funny.
that's why it's funny.
Because I'm saying it
Such a
wrong
good
on
point.
purpose. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it wrong because that's what I think. I'm saying it wrong because it's funny.
Right.
And people just don't fucking heed
They just
that
want to be
advice.
mad, like
Why? It's
because
too
people
much
suck.
fucking
They're
energy.
miserable. People are
Dude, that's
fucking
what
miserable,
it,
man.
That's really what it is. I
It's
think
too much
all that
energy.
is-
You know what I mean? Being mad.
But
They wanna
don't-
be
they
mad
don't
for
even know
everybody.
it, though. Like
They want to be mad for you.
yeah.
that's the
worst.
weirdest shit ever.
No,
It's like, yo, let me be outraged and let you know I'm out. Like, don't tell me I'm mad.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to tell me
I'm.
I'm mad about something. I'm capable.
like the Asian dude. Remember, Chris Stefano got fired for the Asian dude that was competing. Is like almost an Olympian, right?
Oh,
He's got
It was like
he had
Wipeout or whatever it was.
tons of Twitter followers, like all kinds of shit, right? He gets fired because they made the water glow red. So the Asian dude slipped off it's like one of those Ninja Warrior things. He slipped off the thing, and he goes, oh, right in the duck sauce, right? And they fired him on the spot for saying it, and it was fucking hilarious. And it was so funny that dude that got dunked in the duck sauce posted the video clip on Twitter of him saying right in the duck sauce. So that's
There
what I
we
mean.
go.
You're offended for him,
Right.
Like that shit was
The
fucking
dude, the
funny.
dude doesn't care. Why do you?
The dude thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's
it's like
funny.
a fucking savior complex, bro. Like,
It's so dumb.
who are you to be like getting mad for everybody? Like, you're supposed to wash everybody's sins away or something. Like, what do you think this is? Like,
Who are you saving?
yeah, like
saving
right.
people from a good
they
time?
Think they're saving the people that are supposed to be offended. It's like,
Yeah, like I was reading
let
the
the
articles.
people who are offended talk. If they're going, like, if you don't hear anything from a group that you think should be offended, shut the fuck up then.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I'm spitting all over the microphone. That's fine.
it's all right. It's yours. It's yours now. You own it.
Shut the fuck up then.
Did you you ever watch like Your Mom's House?
Yeah, of course.
So they were doing this whole thing about so these fat people go to like Disney and shit, right? And
High calorie humans.
high calorie humans go to
HCH.
and they videotape
that-
the whole thing.
Instead of saying fat because fat's offensive, high calorie human, I feel like it's more expensive.
so much more-
expensive
it's so much more
and
offensive.
funnier.
It is.
Yeah, it's so much more hilarious.
Oh, I love it.
But they started watching this video of these fat people who go to Disney and start talking about how it's so hard for them to go out to dinner because they're like oh, anytime I go into a restaurant and there's chairs
I can't
chairs
fit
with
in them.
arms. Like we get,
Yeah, chairs with arms.
yeah, they're like we get really worried because it's hard for us to find places to sit. And of course, Tom Segura goes in. Of
course. Like,
he's
what do you want them
these
to do?
fat fucks.
Two boots together.
He's like, you know what you should make them do? Sit on the fucking floor. Sit on the floor and eat. He's like, you should be ashamed. He's like, there needs to be a shame in this country.
That's what is so crazy.
So
to
me,
dude.
I go
Go
right
ahead,
to the
go ahead.
comments.
My bad, go ahead.
Right to the comment section. I got it because I gotta hear something from somebody.
Yeah, I did the
And
same
right
thing.
away, it was this fucking little bitch ass dude. Imagine having to make people feel ruin the fat guy's week because you wanted to be funny.
Imagine the fat guy ruining his own week because he's
Yeah.
fat.
Imagine a fat person ruining their
his
whole
life.
fucking life.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
This is a fixable problem, people.
you can't go out to eat. You know what I mean? And that's supposed to be like,
yeah.
I'm supposed to be like, oh,
Darn.
Dude, I saw that shit there.
I can't go eat in a restaurant.
Yeah. And of course, it's not like a good restaurant. It's a fucking buffet, probably, with a fucking chocolate fountain. You're at fucking OK. What's it called? Corral.
Okay, correct.
OK Corral. What's it called?
That's what it's called.
That's it.
It was called the Golden Corral.
Golden
But
Corral, that's what it
OK
is.
Corral. is
Okay,
like,
OK
it's-
Corral.
You're in your own
From
fucking
now on,
Western over there.
What was it called? The okay.
OK Corral. I've never been there. I don't know.
The OK Corral.
I heard it's disgusting. That's all I know.
They're all. Have you ever been to a great buffet?
It's fucking
Yeah,
gross,
right.
dude.
Yeah,
I've never been to a great buffet.
No.
yeah. That
You know what I mean? Like,
that shows where we are, dude. As a country, you got high calorie humans getting upset at the owner of an establishment
That
because
doesn't have
it's
a-
not custom made for their 600-pound self.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like,
you need to change.
right? It's
You need to change.
You need to exactly. Like, why do we all need to fucking change for you? It's
because they can't accept that responsibility.
But
Like
that's what I'm
deep
saying.
down, they know.
But what's the whole point of the greater good? Like some motherfuckers got to suffer for the greater good,
Yeah.
right? Like what the fuck? You got to suffer by eating healthy. You got to suffer by skipping a few meals.
Right.
But they don't realize that these fat fucks are the reason why our fucking our insurance is so high.
It's a
Everything
fact.
because they have so
Bro.
many fucking problems.
Yes.
It's an addiction.
That's 100% true. We're the most obese nation. We're almost at. I don't know. I have to look up the number, so don't quote me. But I think we're over 50% of the nation is considered obese. Over half the people that live here.
I mean, I'm considered an alcoholic.
Well,
Because you drink twice a week.
Yeah. Like, did you have a sip
crazy. Yeah,
of a
right.
drink after 9 a.m.? You're an alcoholic.
There was
Shit,
this
man.
video of this chick, this big ass chick. She had to be like, dude, she had to be at least 400 pounds. And she's recording herself walking onto the plane, right? And
Of course she
she's
is.
showing the seats and saying,
And of course, she booked a Spirit flight.
right,
The Airbus
right.
that has fucking 5 seats per fucking lane.
And she's like, I just think this is not right. And, you know, we should really rally together and protest and we should ask for bigger seats. I'm like,
She
I
might be
can't
on to something if
believe-
over 50% of us are fucking here.
I just can't believe this is where we are, dude, as a country. It's
I mean,
so crazy.
I'd like a bigger seat too. I mean, I might be behind that shit. Not gonna lie.
yeah,
Just
but not
because
for
it'd be
that
nice.
reason.
Not for that reason.
But yeah,
that reason.
I mean,
I
if
mean,
I
yeah.
benefit from it.
The seats are small. They could. I mean, they could.
But the price is just gonna go up. Like,
Right.
we're gonna rally and fucking we're gonna protest. Like, you're fucking stupid. You're gonna
Right.
accomplish nothing. I'm like,
Right.
all right, cool. Here you go, fatty.
Right.
Now it's twice as much.
Now it's twice as much
Yeah.
and you don't go anywhere.
And you got a half of a more of a seat.
Now you complain
Right.
that you don't go
And
anywhere.
And how about this? You still don't fit
Yeah.
after they widen. Like, bro, that the deflection of the level that we're at of deflection of responsibility has got to be an all time high.
Yeah, there's no accountability or anything.
Yeah,
Look
it's-
at the
it's
state
crazy.
with our fucking drinks. We're responsible for people drinking.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they can't say,
Yeah,
all right,
what
I've
is
had 2, I got to drive home. They can't do that.
No.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
But it's an addiction. And then they say, oh, well, that's an addiction. But you don't have enough resources
It's
to
like
help
that's
them
not
get
my
that back.
fault though.
But it's everywhere.
It's not my fault that they're addicted and they decided to come here and engage in their addiction. I'm here doing a job. Like, that's it, man. Control yourself. And I get it. I understand this is addiction, but you should.
That's the part that bothers me. It's like you can't be accountable for that.
right.
Like McDonald's has to pay because you're a fucking clumsy motherfucker and you spill coffee all over yourself.
right. Right.
But McDonald's made it too hot. It's like, that bitch won. It's fucking insane.
Well, that's on the. So I'm a true believer of tort reform. Like, I think that's like anytime I
What
did.
is that?
So like any kind of so that you can't just sue for anything.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
You know,
Yep.
and this state especially, New Jersey's well known for just putting blame on anybody.
Yeah, I know.
To be like, oh, fuck
Anybody
you.
else.
Anybody else besides
Yeah.
the person who actually fucked up.
Right. Right.
So, you know, we have dram shop liability law,
Yeah, yeah.
all that crap. You know,
Yeah.
That puts all that shit on us, which is insane. So pretty much what they're saying is that we could, as a bartender, get sued twice, while the dude who actually did the fucking like the fucked up shit
Yeah, yeah.
gets sued once. How insane is that? So I can get
Yes.
sued by the dude who fucked up, the girl who got fucked up, and so I can get sued twice by 2 different people.
Yeah.
But the dude who actually did the fucking fucked up shit, who hurt somebody,
Right.
only gets sued once. I should be able to sue that motherfucker for putting me in
For
that
putting
fucking
me in that
spot.
position. 100%. Yeah.
No accountability, man.
It's
all
insane.
gone. It's all gone.
It doesn't make any sense. And I don't.
Why do you think it's
I can't understand.
Do you ever think it's
I've been
why?
trying to wrap my head around it. I'm like, what benefit
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure
does
out.
the
too.
state get from that? Do they get a chunk of that money, or is it just like court costs? Like what
Because
is
there's
it?
definitely something that
Yeah, there has to
benefits
be a reason.
somebody somewhere.
Yeah,
Because
because like I said, we don't trust anybody for anything.
and we have good reason to.
Yeah, good reason.
Like look at this shit. This is insane.
It is insane.
It doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense at all.
Nope. And you can sue. It's like being able to sue everybody but the person that's responsible.
Yeah.
Because you can sue the establishment, you can sue the company, the fucking bartender personally. Like,
Yeah. And it just the more that happens, it just promotes that type of culture.
Yeah.
For more
Oh, yeah.
people to continue doing.
Oh, we
it.
100% live in like a sue happy culture.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna sue. I'm gonna sue.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, stop being a fucking pussy.
Just lazy, lame people.
It
Like,
is.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna try to make some money off of trying to con a company. Dude, there was a guy that I used to work with. May he rest in peace. He actually just passed away. Good dude outside of this. I won't use his name obviously, but I used to work with him at this sales job, and he was known for calling a company and making up an issue. Like, I mean, he would argue to death just to get free shit. Like, he would just call a customer service of a company, and like he would before he would call, he would make up the issue, like have it well thought out, and argue these people to death until they gave him he would do whatever. He would be on the phone for it. I watched him do it one time, and I was like, "How do you feel okay doing that, bro?" He's like, "Hey, man, like," but it wasn't any good reasoning that he had behind it, but. Yeah, I'm like, there's really people. I didn't believe that there was people out there like that until I met him.
Yeah.
I was like, there's people. You just do this.
That's it.
It's like, yeah, sometimes on my day off, if I want something free, I'll just call a company and and he was very well spoken, very smart too. So like he would be able to fool the people. They were like, all right, well, yeah, I guess. You know, we don't
God
want
forbid you use your skills for good.
I know, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, it's crazy that people do shit like that, man. I don't know. I don't know where we go. I don't know where we go from here.
It's crazy that they can do shit like that. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's like, but you said it's a culture we created. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
we
if
did.
created. I don't know. It's one of those.
Maybe both.
It might be both. It's like interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have obviously you gotta allow people to express their grievances in some kind of way.
I get it,
But I don't understand how money's gonna make
Scott wants a purge.
dude.
Hey, man, listen, man.
Would you, if there was a purge, would you be out or would you be locked in?
Nah, I'd fucking be protecting people.
I'd be locked in.
Protecting the
Yeah.
family.
I'd be locked
I'm
in.
not gonna go out and fucking
Yeah.
kill people to fucking have fun.
Right.
That's not fun for me.
No, dude. It was one of the all the purges had like some really crazy scenes. You know what I mean? And one of the craziest ones I thought was when it was like a bunch of teenagers were like kill happy.
Yeah.
And they it was girls and they lit up their car, like they put like Christmas lights all over their car. But the song that was playing was Party in the USA. Like it was such an innocent
Yeah.
and they're going like this down the road, like looking to kill people. It was such a
wild.
weird scene for me. I was like, fuck.
That's like sociopath shit.
Yes,
though.
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
not normal behavior.
How
You know,
many people are
right.
how many people are like guilt free like that? Like there has to be a lot.
I don't
You just don't, maybe don't do it in that way. Like that's sociopathic. To not feel guilty for it could be a small business or
stealing from companies. like
stealing
that.
from companies, that not feeling bad
That
about
is
it. You know what I mean?
that
Like,
is some
that's-
sociopathic shit.
It's a certain level of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like fucking not killing people, but
Yeah. He was a high calorie human too. Like real big. Dude.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't
He would get like free food all the time. He had like Chick-fil-A. He had. I remember I was working. He had Chick-fil-A catered for the whole sale. It was like 100 people for free because he like complained about some shit that happened, like some minor thing that they were wrong, but there was like some minor thing that they forgot.
You
in
didn't
his
give no
meal or
Chick-fil-A
something
sauce.
like that. Yeah, and he like turned it into like this
Get no
huge
sauce.
deal. And yeah, man, I was like, Jesus.
But it's like I said, like it's a certain level of sociopathy.
Yeah,
I mean,
like being able to just
I'd feel guilty.
disassociate.
I'm like, no, you don't have to do all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
no, I'm good. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. When people don't feel that way, and like you said, sometimes I feel like I get mad because people don't feel how I feel, or don't handle something the way I would.
right.
And that's my own fucking.
I mean, I got no problem sticking it to big companies,
Right. I don't either.
but
I don't either.
there's a limit to it
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you broke it, or you know what I mean, or if shit doesn't, if shit
Right.
doesn't work after just after the warranty, you're like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's got to.
That's where I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm doing whatever I got to
Right.
do. I'm playing your own game against you.
That
Yeah.
may,
You know,
then that's
exactly.
fair.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of shit is designed that way.
Yeah.
Be out of warranty. They go break like right out of warranty.
We did that shit with the podcast equipment.
Oh, yeah.
They sold
Yeah.
our first shit. Listen, our first thing, right? They sold us the board like that, right?
You might have told me. Yeah.
And it came with 2 mics, right?
Okay.
And then they sold another mic that is not compatible with that.
Yeah, they sold us a mic
Yeah.
that was a USB hookup, and our board didn't have a USB hookup.
Yeah. Let's
The
take
fuck
this
are you
back
doing?
and give me my money for the
Yeah.
mic.
No, so we what did we do? We wrapped up we ordered that piece again, and we we gave it. Like,
We put the
kept
old mic back
2
in.
mics. We put the 2 old mics in.
Hey,
Why not? Like,
listen, now you're
not
trying
fucking-
to fuck me over.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, shit like that doesn't make sense.
That's super
Yep.
valid, though. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Now we got a whole new system, so this one's
Yeah.
pretty good. But
This is 10 times better.
Oh,
That
yeah.
China made thing.
you guys want a beer?
Yeah, why not?
Did you say Chinaman?
Chinaman?
You bumbled it. That's why.
Chinaman?
That's why it was so funny. I'm like, I was like,
Chinaman.
Jesus Christ, and he's like, what? It
Chinaman.
was made in China, and I was like, oh, that's what he said.
It's okay then.
He goes, some Chinaman thing. I'm
Chinaman,
like,
yeah,
what?
some Chinaman thing. All one word. Yo, Chinaman as one word is hilarious.
Yeah,
Dude.
one of our comments too is like, Chinaman is wild.
So fucked up. Not for cheese.
Oh, man. What's happening in the world? What's good?
Not much good. Good stuff doesn't get ratings.
It really doesn't. That's so crazy. Isn't that nuts?
that more positivity isn't like
It's nuts because it's like a lot of me. Thank you. A big part of me is always like, yo, why are we always pushing bad news, right? But I understand it does get ratings because it's more. You can make bad news more salacious and entertaining than you can with good news.
yeah.
So part of me is like, oh, why are they always pushing this shit? But at the same time, it's like, I wonder if there was because I actually thought about doing this like years ago. I'm like, I want to just like start reporting good news because there's always bad news everywhere. But I don't think it would do as well.
It never does.
So it's like part of it's the big company's fault, but also it's us being scumbag humans that just want to hear about train wrecks and shit.
It just gets to a certain point. Like, how much funnier was Kevin Hart when he was just like talking about his shitty upbringing and how like his parents were horrible, and now he's super positive, and you're like, you're not even funny anymore.
I want to hear about how great your life is, asshole.
Yes. Like it's out of
wants to hear that
touch.
shit?
It's out of touch. That's what bothered me about the Chris Rock special. As
couch
good as it
cheese for
was,
dinner.
What
when he
the-
started talking about his you know, his
when we was
kids.
wearing all white.
Yeah, when he's talking about his
I only
kids
watched
going
it
to Europe
Yeah.
for school, and I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? But
Right,
I can't
that's
relate
awesome
to that.
for you.
It's not
Right.
Put that shit in your autobiography or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit on stand up because I can't relate to your
Dude, that's
fucking.
got to be
To
the.
have so much money that your kids are fucking going to
That's why it's impressive when
Oxford
you see
or
like
whatever the fuck they were.
Chappelle being as uber ridiculously outlandishly successful as he is, but still is able to fucking connect with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he.
So, there's a reason why. So, as much as he kept it pretty. I mean, he still lives in like that same neighborhood in Ohio and shit. So he still kind of keeps it, I think, a little bit less
Yeah, he
extravagant.
keeps himself out of that. Yeah.
And when he starts talking about the money shit, he talks about it as a real person. When we were talking about Trump,
yeah.
he's like, "Hell yeah, I'm voting for fucking Trump. I'm trying to get that tax break, motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
I've
rich
heard
as
it say-
fuck." You know,
Yeah.
he says it like he acts like any normal other
Any other
fucking person
person.
would be.
Yeah.
You know about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm voting in my best interest.
Yeah.
Right,
Because
right,
to him,
right.
like he was broke for so long.
Yeah.
But some people forget about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Kevin Hart was broke forever. Now he's super rich, and
I don't feel like he's out of touch though.
I do.
Like I don't feel like because I hear him talk in interviews and it seems like he still can connect to like maybe not in his stand-ups. I don't know. Maybe
That's what I'm saying.
maybe he's losing it.
Material, yeah.
And that's the place where he needs to connect the most. It's
Yes.
like people gonna watch your stand-ups more than they're gonna watch your interviews.
that's
bro.
what I'm saying.
And that's
Yeah.
what
If he's
known
on a
for.
podcast, maybe he's, all right.
Yeah,
all right, I'm just talking.
I can
to
still
people, you know
hear
what I
it
mean?
like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
regular person in him.
Exactly.
I'm like, all right, he's still there, but like
But when you're talking about the hardships of a fucking pizza oven in your backyard, I don't want to hear that shit.
It's fucking rough. That brick
It's fucking
oven.
rough.
I
man.
wonder
Gotta get
how-
cobwebs out of there every winter.
Like,
Fuck
imagine,
you.
think about that though. Like, how hard must that, like, to play devil's advocate a bit, like, to when your life is just all luxury at this point, and just because, and you didn't do anything wrong, you just became so successful that you have all this much money that your life is now elevated. Like, it's got to be hard.
Yeah, but your job is to find the funny. Like,
I know. But
I feel
I
like-
still feel like he finds funny shit even in the upscale shit. But it's like it might not be relatable.
that's what I'm saying. It's
still
it's
kinda
just not funny to me. It's
Yeah.
that part, I guess,
Yeah.
of it. But when he's talking to people on a level, you know what I mean? Like when did you see that clip when the one dude he was like I'm 6'3". He goes, I got a 6'3" dick. I don't have a 6'8" dick, right? And he's talking about going to a nudist colony, and Kevin's like, you can stop. Like, you don't have to keep talking about this. Like, Kevin's like, I don't want to hear that shit.
You can stop.
Yeah. Kevin's like, you can stop. Like, that shit is hilarious. to me.
Right.
When you react to other people, boy, yeah, when you're
I
trying
still think I'll be honest, man. I don't think Kevin Hart is not funny anymore.
okay,
I
the
still
last 4
think-
movies he plays the same fucking character. Like,
That's true. But I
It's-
watched his last. Did I see the last stand up? I don't know. I think the last stand up I saw was like right after that like cheating scandal and shit. I think it was.
oh, he
called
has funny parts because he
Irresponsible.
owns up to it. You know what I mean?
Right. So I'm like, all right.
You address the elephant in the room.
So I'm like, all right. I still laugh at your shit. Like you're still able to come up with, but it's not as
No.
not as funny as he used to be.
It's not as funny.
Because I remember I went and saw him
Yeah, I saw him live. Yeah,
and I was literally.
you have
Not
to bleep that
able-
out. What
not-
timestamp is that?
Yeah, my bad.
Oh shit.
My bad.
I just said it again.
Uh,
So, when you hear it a second time, you know
yeah.
you missed it.
I remember going and I literally wasn't able to recover from laughing from one joke
To the next, yeah.
Dude, I was missing jokes because I was laughing at the 3 ahead that he
hilarious.
said. I was like, yo, this dude is one of the funniest people. I was like crying. But yeah, man, I guess it's got to, I don't know. Like, I guess I don't know how you keep that. I don't know how you keep that up.
Yeah, like
I don't know how to do it.
that's what I'm saying.
Obviously, I'm not
That's why
there.
you have the like you have the comedians that can still do it are few and far between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to have a 25-year stint in comedy is tough. You know what I mean? It's got to be. The comedy
Dude,
itself is
just
fucking
comedy.
tough.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that any heckler can say to you that'll hurt your feelings. You got to be tough to be
Yeah.
a fucking comedian. Because
Yeah.
I would fucking falter and I was like, all right, my joke didn't work. And fucking,
Right.
You know what I
Because
mean?
it's different. 'cause
End
then-
up like fucking what's his name from Seinfeld.
Oh, Kramer?
Kramer.
Oh my God, bro.
That dude went crazy.
He let it all out.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you did.
and he admitted it. He was like, I made that about me. About like you're supposed to listen because it's me. He's like, no, you're supposed to listen because it's funny, and it wasn't funny.
Right.
And then he pissed me off. You know
How
what I
do you
mean?
guys feel about that? How do you feel about like hecklers at a show? I don't think this,
I think certain
it's
shows-
cool. I don't think it's cool.
I think
No.
certain comedians like welcome it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain like Troy Bond, like he loves it because he just
Right,
fucking
he's probably
owns
quick
you,
off
he eats
the-
you up.
yeah.
So does Matt Rife. That's
Yep.
what he's good at.
Like,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
But
Tony Hinchcliffe type shit.
Yes.
exactly. So, but then there's, you're probably not doing it at a Seinfeld fucking show,
Yeah. Right.
or like,
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
some of it, just shut the fuck up, dude. You're here for a fucking reason.
Right. Be respectful.
It's a one man
Right.
show. Be yeah, exactly. Be respectful.
respectful.
Like you have any idea how long it must take to make 15 minutes of funny shit that you're just fucking.
Or and
laughing at?
if you really are like if you really can't take it, you really are not having
shouldn't
fun,
be
you're
there.
enjoying it,
Yeah.
whatever.
Why are you
Get
at
up,
a comedy show?
get up
Leave.
quietly and leave.
Leave. Right.
If they say something to you, then it's open season.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
They say
then
something
you
to
can
you for
go in.
season, yeah.
But you better be funny when you go in,
Dude.
or you can just keep walking out.
That's it.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
How many times I've walked away from somebody pissed off at me at the fucking bar? Just keep
Best to
walking.
walk away.
Just keep walking.
Oh my god.
They keep going, and I just keep walking. They follow me around. I keep walking. It's easy. It's so easy to walk, man. You do it all the time,
So easy to walk.
It's true, man.
and it makes them
It is.
so much more mad.
Oh, yeah,
that's-
because they want the reaction.
Yeah.
They want the.
They
revenge.
want you turned up like they are.
Yep.
And then when you don't match their energy, it's like,
Yeah, it pisses them off. even
because
more.
now they feel like, now they look like idiots and they know it.
Oh, now they're even more. Mad.
They're like-
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that prick kid we had the other night with the ID, the invalid
What a
ID.
dickhead that kid was.
Fuck him. That was the best part. I was like, all right, cool. Now you get to talk security. I don't care.
So
Keep
he
talking.
had a-
and he kept talking. I was like, yeah. Keep talking security. You can go security again.
Is he giving you issues because he had a non-valid ID?
It was
It was
expired.
expired.
Yeah.
And we had just had a class about this.
Yeah.
Literally last week.
Right.
But he was like, dude, I'm 20. I was like,
Like, we get it.
Like,
we
I
get it.
hear you, bro.
but
Right.
it doesn't matter.
they can scan it. And he's like, my license suspended. I'm like, there's something that you don't want to give them because if they can scan it and
Yeah.
your shit's invalid, you're not.
He wouldn't give it to
No.
him?
He kept giving me he gave me the expired license. I was like, it's expired almost a year ago. If it was a couple
Damn.
days ago, maybe I would have been like, all right, you know what I mean? But
Now, that's actually shady.
a year,
A year is shady. Because, like,
you couldn't
who
get a
keeps an
passport in a year?
expired license for
Anything.
a year, bro?
that's what I'm saying.
You
You
can
didn't have time.
And this is the fucked up part. All he had to do was go down to the DMV and they will give him a state ID card. It's not a driver's license.
Right.
It looks just like a driver's license. It
Yeah.
says for ID
For
purposes,
ID purposes only,
only.
right? Yep.
It's a state issued ID.
Yeah.
Problem solved. You don't have to get a fucking passport.
And now you got to make an appointment, and it's fucking easy as fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I heard
We're
your
online.
appointment's like,
Dude,
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're in and out. It's the fucking best now.
Yeah, no, it
That's
is.
the one thing COVID solved that's fucking great.
I just went and got, like.
But that's
new
what I'm saying. You make an
registration.
appointment,
It
you
is
do your
nice.
shit, and you boom, you're out.
Yep.
Yeah.
How easy can it fucking get?
I know. It's not hard,
a
man.
year, you've had a year.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
if it was like a couple days, that sucks when you
And then
just
he gets
missed
mad
it.
at us. So then I'm like, dude, you can't even sit in here without a valid ID. I told him. He's like, all right. He's like, can you just give me a cup of water? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But you got to go. I'm going to give it to you in plastic. Give him a
Right.
straw and go.
Right.
I turn around and talk to Scott. And then Scott's like, this motherfucker's playing now. I'm like, fuck.
He's sitting there
He's trying to gamble.
So I woke up.
You're
I'm
going to
like,
be pissed
yo,
if you
dude,
win and you can't get that shit, too.
Right?
On top of
And they're not going to give you what you lost back.
No.
Right.
I told him, I was like, man, you cannot gamble in here without a valid ID. I'm like, you have to leave. He's like, I've been getting the worst customer service in here. And I was like, it's because of you.
right.
You're the problem.
You're trying to blame everybody else. I've talked to security, pit bosses, dealers. Everybody's giving me a hard time. I'm like, yeah, because we all follow the same fucking rule.
The highest amount of deflection of responsibility.
It's amazing. He kept talking. And finally I was like, no matter what you say, this isn't going to change.
Right.
Period.
Just let it go, bro.
That's
You
it.
got to go.
And
You got to take the L, bro. Sometimes you got to take an L.
Then he told me to go fuck myself, and I was like, all right, cool. Now you can just talk to security because now you're fucking gone.
Yeah.
They ended up evicting him from the property.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy. People can't take an L, dude. Like,
No.
yeah,
They
well, he
can't
stuck
take
his
no.
phone in the lead's face,
oh, God.
and literally the lead, like I think, pretty much gripped him the fuck up. Put
Dude,
him in handcuffs
it
and
would
took
be
him out.
so hard.
Like you said, people don't understand private property. That's not a public place.
You have no right to be there.
That's such a good point, yo.
That's what I'm
It's
saying. You
like-
have it. It's a privilege.
Someone
to be
owns
there.
that
and they
place.
can fucking take that privilege anytime
Yep.
they want.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a privilege to be there. As I'm saying, being served, like people don't understand. Being served is a privilege.
Yes.
It's not your right.
I forgot. We never talked about the tipping comments.
Oh, I didn't bring them. I didn't
It's
write them
okay.
down. I wanted to write them down, but
Oh.
yeah, because people are so fucking.
a
That's a
hot
whole other
button issue.
podcast. It's a whole other podcast again. But people act like it's their right, and it's not.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to be served. You have the privilege of being served.
Right. Right.
And there's a big fucking
There's
difference.
a huge difference. There's a lot of things in between.
And
that
I
can
asked,
happen.
I asked both of like there was two different comments, one on Instagram, one on YouTube, and I asked both of them if any of them would be willing to call in. And my reply to them got liked, but nobody DM'd us. Nobody
Of course
ever
not,
fucking-
because they're fucking pussies.
They know.
They already
They
know.
have
No.
no fucking leg to stand on with that
Right.
shit.
Yep.
If you come into a place and you say, I don't tip, what's wrong with the server telling you to fucking get takeout?
Right.
That's what you need to explain to me. Don't explain to me why, I pay the restaurant for food. Fuck, you can pay a
You
restaurant
pay-
for food and
still
takeout.
pay.
Yeah, right.
But
Exactly.
you're impeding on that person making money. You know that it's not the responsibility of the restaurant to pay that person. They just don't
Right.
have to. They can. They
Right.
don't have to.
Right.
So they don't.
And
It's not covered by your food. It's not your fucking.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not. It's just
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, you know,
Paying, like
yeah,
you
it should
said.
be. Yeah, I agree with you. It should be, but it's not.
It's not.
And you know it's not, and yet you're still going in there not tipping.
Yep.
Yeah, like
We talked about it in one of the other podcasts.
Yeah.
If you're gonna fucking do this shit, wear a shirt or tell, like you said, tell the fucking server.
off the rip.
I
right.
don't tip. Go to a bar. Tell the bartender, listen, I want a Bud Light. Just want to let you know I'm gonna be here for a little while. I'm not gonna tip you ever. I don't tip. I don't believe in it.
Right.
Watch what happens.
Yeah, you'll be on that Bud Light for a long time.
The whole night.
It's gonna be best service you ever had.
Right?
That's the thing.
Just- yeah.
You're gonna get shitty service, and you said proper service. Like it wasn't like you were like,
no,
I
make
just
sure I put
deserve,
that
I
in
just
there.
deserve you
Right.
to fucking give me money. If you get proper service, you should tip.
Well, there's so many. Well, that's the thing. Is there's so many people who have a problem with every little thing that happens that is out of the server's control.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is and this is
Yeah.
when you say proper service, people have there's a fucking spot
Right.
from here to here.
Yeah,
to
of course.
fucking-
It's the whole list.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And obviously, we're much more laid back about shit that goes wrong with
Yeah.
service because we're in the industry.
in
So
the
we're a lot.
industry.
We
Yeah.
let a lot of
More
things go.
understanding.
Yeah, and let a lot of things go. I know that not everything is malicious.
Right. Most of it's not usually.
It's never, dude. It really
it's
is
just like
hardly
never.
ever is.
Right.
What benefit? Do you know what I mean? What benefit does a bartender have by making you specifically wait too long, or
Right.
fucking
When
not want to give you more than 2 drinks? Or
Right.
how did? Okay, you're pissed off about it. Okay, explain to me how this whole situation benefits me. This rule. How does
Right.
this rule benefit me?
Right. You think I want to piss
Like,
you off
explain
when
it
I'm
to me.
looking
Yeah.
for you to pay me?
That's what I'm saying. Explain it to me.
Yeah.
Then shut the fuck up and don't fucking complain.
Yeah.
Like
That whole comment of, oh, no, I'm paying for food. No. Let's correct this.
yeah, You are.
Takeout is paying for food.
yeah, exactly.
Once you sit your ass down, you take up space and time. Now you're adding in a whole nother element, which is
Service.
service. Right. And you have a dedicated human being that is there for you to do basically whatever you want. You know, be there, grab your food from the kitchen, take it, run around for you, give you service. That's where the tip comes in. The food, and this is the thing, the servers are only asking for 20% of the entire bill. It's not like you're saying like, oh yeah, the tip is 50% because I did half the job, which you do. But no, if it's $100 and you get amazing service and we're asking for $20, like,
Yeah, it's not gonna break you.
yeah, you got service for that. You didn't come in and get takeout. You had a person do this, do that, take your order, this, that, run. And you can't tip 20% for immaculate service.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like you're not just paying when you pay your bill, when you sit down, you're taking up time and space. That all matters.
Yeah,
You're taking up time which could be used for somebody else who's going to tip. Like, or you know what I mean? Like it
I
is
think chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think honestly, I think that delivery drivers should be tipped the most. I tip the shit out of
I do
delivery
too.
drivers.
What,
They're they're packing your food up from a fucking restaurant and driving it to your lazy
you
ass
literally
home.
do nothing.
Exactly.
All you did is make
You
a phone
answer the
call
door.
or you hit some
I
buttons
do
on your
I do
phone.
both. I'll tip on the app so they take care of my shit, and
then
then
tip
tip
when
when
they
they
get
get here.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah, the Chinese restaurant by my house, bro, they're there in like 2 minutes.
Exactly.
They
Like,
fuck every time.
when
The
did you
owner
cook
came one time.
Like, when did you cook this? Yeah, time to make
Same,
this.
bro.
Dude, the owner showed up one time. I couldn't believe it. He was like, "Hey, man,
Yep.
I should do the Asian accent."
No,
He had it.
you shouldn't.
What is food for?
You're gonna get fucking Chinese
Bring
food
friends.
shamed. You're gonna get shamed.
Bring friends.
You having a party or something?
It's
like
so timid to why this food.
That's how Segura did it. That's why it was so funny.
that?
But
Shit was funny.
yeah, dude, this guy showed up. I mean, he was talking about, he was all pumped up because at the time Jake had that Toyota Soarer in the driveway.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Where the hell did you get that?" And I was like, "Oh, he bought it from a guy who got it imported from Japan." And he was like, "Oh, I loved it." He loved it. You know what I mean, because
Yeah.
they had those over in Asia.
What car was it?
Toyota Soarer.
Oh, okay, yeah, I knew something about.
That was when the wheel was on the other opposite side.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
right-hand-
really
right-hand
cool.
drive.
Right-hand
Yeah.
drive.
It's a cool car.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
cool car.
It had that it has like that straight 6 engine in it that's like everyone's like sought after.
Yeah.
But yeah, like these dudes are bringing the fucking food from their restaurant to your house.
Yeah.
That's for real.
I think that's way more involved than
It is.
just sitting down at a fucking
Yeah.
table and they're walking to the
Yeah.
kitchen and back.
Yeah, now there's
Yeah.
people that don't want to tip your shoppers. Like, the people like Instacart and all that. They
Nah,
don't
dude,
want to tip them.
That's
That's
outta here.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what the
Like
fuck?
they shopped for you.
Yes.
They didn't even just
saved
pick
you-
up food from a restaurant. They went.
They
and
saved hours of your life.
like they
what's
looked
that
at
worth?
a list and walked through the damn shop
Listen, I'm gonna say this because everyone needs to fucking hear it. All right.
Yes, I love these.
You don't under fucking stand how much better of service you get and just in general, like the amount of attention you get by tipping really well.
bro.
Your life will be, first of all, you're gonna end up saving money in certain instances.
Yes.
Because especially if you're a regular somewhere and you fucking
Yep.
take care of the people, they are gonna do everything in their power to take care of you.
Yep.
In every way possible. They know you walk in the door and they're getting taken care of. They're going above and beyond every single time.
Exactly.
Yep.
I can't. So perfect example. I used to do the online Walmart shit to go pick it up.
Yeah, yeah.
So they bag it up for you,
Yep.
pick
Yep.
it
We
up.
used to
Whatever.
do that too. Yeah.
I would pull in. This dude would see me, drop every other person's shit, come over, go grab my shit, come over because I'd throw him a 20 every single time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
No one tipped it, and he even said he's like, dude, nobody tips me.
Nobody tips.
I was like, word.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm giving you 50 next time then.
Word.
I'm like, you keep doing this, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That $50 saved me.
Dude,
I don't even know
hours.
how much fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? Your sanity from walking in that
And
godforsaken
exactly,
place.
Walmart. Not only does it smell like farts, but you got to deal with the people that are in there.
Yo.
That is the best $50 I ever fucking spent in my life.
Yes.
Dude, they have
And he was a nice kid, dude. Like you could tell, he's a fucking really good kid.
Right,
Worked
just
hard.
trying to hustle.
He
Right.
was hustling
right.
too. He wasn't fucking like moping around like a little bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
He was running back and forth, getting fucking people's
Right.
bags,
I love it.
That's it.
taking care of shit.
Why
Yo,
not?
you see that shit? Take care of people, man.
I was
And that's an instant where you don't have to. You don't
Right.
have to
Yes.
tip there.
Right.
You're
No.
doing it because you want to. And
Yep.
like you said, they're making your fucking life easier.
yeah.
Think about our bar, just our bar alone. Every time we know the people who are like way over tippers.
You
Like
roll out the
Chris
red
and all those
carpet,
guys are
bro.
doing.
Yeah.
You roll it out. Yeah.
That's it.
What do you need?
Yeah.
Everybody, nobody else matters.
We literally,
That's right.
Kenny, me and Scott literally told this dude right next to our regular was smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, you can't smoke here. He didn't say shit either. He shut it down too. And we're like, Chris was like, I was like, no, we're
Nah, bro, you're good, bro. Yeah, you're good.
you bought that privilege.
Look,
He's like, you can't smoke
you
it.
give him a joint.
I'm rolling it up for him and shit. No, but
Dude, no, but it's so. I was telling somebody else that about tipping, how exactly what you said, how you get treated. Because there's a bar that I like to go to that I walk in there, dude, and they see me, and if the bar could be packed, as soon as they see me, they're like, "Yo, Kenny, hold on, we got you." You know what I mean? Looking for chairs or spaces to, so I can sit down or whatever. And it's like, as soon as I sit down, it's nice treat me. Everybody comes over, says what's up
Yeah,
to you. And
it's
whatnot,
worth
and-
it.
Yeah,
and it's not breaking you. You're not fucking
Right.
giving them thousands of dollars. It's not. Like people they don't understand that like how little goes a long way.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Martin from My Blue Heaven. I'm a habitual over tipper. Love when he said that.
satin suit.
Over tipper.
I'm a habitual over tipper. But dude, that line stuck with me. I remember he's like, you just tip you got to tip everybody.
Yeah, why not?
It's a win-win situation because you feel good that you're helping somebody, right?
Yeah.
They feel good that like, damn,
Someone appreciates you.
Yeah, someone appreciates you,
Yeah.
and then the treatment you get
You feel good.
on top of
You
it.
feel
Yeah.
good. Like imagine taking a first date
Yeah.
to somewhere that you always say, everybody, she's gonna be impressed already,
Right. Yep.
Mhm.
even if she doesn't believe in tipping.
Yeah, well, she can get the fuck out.
You'll find that
Red
out
flag.
real quick.
I hope I never. Ugh. Yeah.
He's like, I hope I never.
You have no shot with me. You don't
It's-
tip or you don't believe in it. I wouldn't even. You could be like the most amazing human being.
But what's the belief part? Like,
I don't know.
believe in it.
That's
in it.
weird.
What is that?
I don't know.
Because
Are you European?
Because they
or
think that
something? Like,
they think that it should be included in the they think that they're just paying extra just to pay extra.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
you could believe what you want to believe, but it's
Right.
not the case.
Yeah.
You believe I should be getting a good wage, but I don't.
right.
Facts don't
It's a fact. Like,
facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah.
Been saying this for a while.
That's it. And it's a fact that these people, for the most part, are being paid below minimum wage
Yeah.
and rely on tips. You know that going in.
Right.
And you're choosing to feel like you shouldn't have to pay that.
Yeah.
You should choose to stay the fuck home then.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
wrong-
get takeout.
It's that
What's
simple.
wrong with
It's
getting
that simple.
takeout? That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you mad that we're telling you to go.
You're a cheap
I've
ass.
never said that to anybody, but I mean, if I was a waiter and somebody said, "Hey, man, I don't believe in tipping," it's like, okay, go to the hostess and order whatever you want,
Yeah.
take it home. You know what I mean? But I need this table.
Yep.
What you should do
Why
is
is
do
that?
the same thing that you would do to the fat people. Make them sit on the floor.
Yeah. Go
That'd
on
be
the,
awesome.
No, I don't even want to fucking
go in the corner.
No, because then everybody knows that they don't tip. Make them sit on the floor.
Yeah,
Make an
we should
example.
we should open a restaurant and have a non-tipping
Non-tipping
section.
section.
Yeah, and it just be like dirty fucking.
No,
sit on the
it'll
floor.
just be like one long like circular bench where everybody has to fucking eat on their
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, no, you get no table.
laps,
Yeah.
no napkins.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, make it terrible. Yeah. It's so weird that people find
Shame them.
Make you eat like the garbage person you are.
Shame.
Yeah, you can have the
Shame. Someone walks through. Shame. Shame.
With ketchup, like fucking.
You have the bus person take
Dirty
take
dishwater.
the food from the tipping tables and just give it to the non-tipping table.
Look at the scraps. Here you go, animals.
Peasants.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Fucking
yeah.
animals.
It's just weird that people find issue in paying someone for taking care of them. It's like, why would this industry is it such a big deal? You don't mind tipping anybody else that gives you a service and does well.
I understand the where they're going with like the fatigue shit and they're fucking.
I understand that too.
Yeah, like
I get that.
if I'm at an airport, you know what I mean, and I grab the pretzel and I have to take it to the register.
Yeah, like,
and
fuck outta here.
They turn the shit. I just say no. I don't feel bad about it saying
Yeah,
no.
no,
And I'm a
it's-
bartender. I just say no. I'm like, no. They're getting fucking $20 an hour just to fucking work at the airport.
That's why I wanted to make it clear too that I'm a person, because some people are like, oh, with that attitude I would never tip. I'm like, you
missing
missed
the
the
point.
whole thing.
They
Right.
always do.
Like, I'm a person that one of the rare people in the service industry that will agree. If you get shit service, tip whatever you want to, or don't, whatever. Like if it's just horrible, where you're like, this person doesn't deserve shit. Okay. If that's what you feel, okay. I'm only referring to if you
Going in there with that
you
mindset
go in it,
already.
right? And
Yeah.
if you get great service, what's the issue with paying for a great service? You have to pay for a great service of anybody that you use. You know what I mean? Any type.
Yeah,
of,
somebody wrote, "We don't tip Netflix." We're like, ugh,
What
Yeah,
the
it's like-
fuck are you talking
it's
about?
hard.
dude?
It's
You know how
hard.
dumb you are.
You're-
Yes. It's
like-
hard to me. It's
Like,
hard.
how far did you have to stretch that?
Very
Yeah.
far.
It's like, bro, I'm trying to equate
Service.
the
Just service.
Netflix is a service. What the server does for you once you sit down is also a service. You have to pay for both of them. Dumb fuck. That's the idea.
I don't tip a Netflix. I wonder if he was really proud of that in his
You
fucking
know he
He
was.
he thought he was so
You know when he
clever.
typed that shit, it's like, ooh.
Oh, I got him.
Yeah,
sitting on the toilet in his
Let's see what
trailer.
they say.
I had a funny. So remember when I broke my phone? I dropped it one day and it stopped
Yeah.
working. So I went to this kid who owns this little shop up by me, and brought it to him. I was like, "Hey man," I'm like, "There's something going on with my phone." He's like, "Yeah, like, just a heads up." He's like, "I'll check it out." He's like, "But it's $40 no matter what. Like even if I can't fix it." I'm like, "That's cool. I get it." He's like, "That way you'll at least you'll know what's going on, but I have to
Yeah.
charge you for the time." I'm like, I get it.
Whatever, right.
Yeah. So I get back. He calls me up. He's like, "Yeah, he's like, your phone's ready." He's like, "It's got to be a motherboard issue." He's like, "That's something we could do." He's like, "But honestly, probably just better off getting a new phone." I was like, "All right, cool." So I got there. I get the phone back, which is still broken. I get this dude $40 and he spins the thing around for a tip. And I was like,
Are you serious?
I looked at him, I was like,
see?
"You own the place too." I'm like, "You own the place, right?" He's like, "Don't worry about that." No, he's funny. He was cool about it.
Yeah,
But I
because
just
he
thought it
does.
was so funny because I'm like, it's broken still.
You didn't even fix it.
I thought it was so funny.
But it's
it just popped in my head
It's
like
put
that.
into the program,
Yeah,
right?
it-
That's what
right.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you had no problem being like, no.
No, I was like, no. I'm like, dude. First of all, you are the owner.
Owner. Yeah,
Right.
you get 100%.
Yes, you were getting 100% of that $40,
Right. It's
Yeah.
all going to you.
which was like, it's not you. Like, it's time. It was straight up time. He didn't.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has like bills and and overhead
course.
and shit.
Of course, yeah.
But still, I'm sitting here like, I'm gonna tip you for
yeah.
not fixing my phone,
Yeah.
for just telling me something.
Right.
Just telling me
I'm already paying you for that.
Yeah.
And bro, like once again, to play on the side of these people commenting, I wouldn't expect to tip a person that fixed my phone. Like, you charging me for that's the service. The service
That is the
That
service.
is the
and
service.
that's the
exactly.
point, guys. Like, I'm talking about paying for a service. That's the service. He charged me for the service of fixing my phone.
Exactly.
I'm not going to then tip Then it's like, all right, now it's like, what am I tipping for?
Yeah. It's like if you went to a restaurant, right? And you're like, all right, you want to sit at a table, it's gonna be $20 to sit at the
Yeah.
table.
Right.
I mean, why? Because you're gonna have a server assigned to you, and
Right.
I can't risk you not
Dude.
tipping those
Or
$20.
for a while, like we had a few of the places where we work, they had an automatic gratuity built in right off the bat.
Yeah,
You know what happened?
they took it off.
Huh? They took it off.
They took it off. But that was one guy.
But I know, but
Shitty motherfucker.
There
But
was a
is it because the establishment pays taxes on that? See, that's what I'm saying.
Yep, they pay more money on that, and you also get fucked because that money goes directly into your fucking paycheck, which is
Yep,
not
which
then
automatically
taxed
taxed again.
So that's what
Double
I'm saying.
tax,
You
yeah.
get double tax on that shit. There should be some kind of divide there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like the dealers were complaining because their toke rate. Like, let's say you won a shit ton of money and you throw the dealer $60,000.
Yep.
The establishment holds that money, I think, for almost 3 weeks
I don't know.
before it's calculated into their check. But they basically gain interest on this money. You know what I mean?
Oh, so they put in like an escrow account where they're gaining interest and using that money
Yeah.
to play in the market.
And then
Of course, you don't get any of that.
and then they divide that toke
Kind of
rate.
like banks.
They divide that
Amazing.
toke rate, and then you get taxed on that toke rate. You know what I'm saying?
It's so wild how big corporations literally
Let's get away with anything.
Dude, they can do anything.
There's so many.
Because once they get
loopholes.
to a certain size, like that too big to fail shit is real, dude. They can literally do anything.
What's crazy is I think so the dealers have their own union, correct?
I don't know about that.
I think they do.
but-
They could 100% could fucking sue for the portion of that money that they're fucking making.
Yeah.
Off that.
Just get it to them right away.
Yeah, like why are you
should just
holding
get it to them right away. Yeah,
Because you want to. I know why they're holding it.
you know why they're holding it, but it's,
Anyway,
it's
here I go
insane.
talking about fucking suing.
It's like you guys don't make enough money, dude.
But
That's
it's not
a
your money.
legitimate reason to sue for it. You're taking my
Right,
money,
right.
holding it up so I can't have
It's
it.
not your
I made
money.
just then.
It's not your money.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
And
a lack of-
these people aren't doing that shit on credit cards. You know what I mean? They're doing that shit cash, and it's cash.
Cash,
Like,
yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
cash.
Yep.
So you're putting that shit in a pool. I mean, I don't know. God knows how much it is in total, but they got to make something off of it, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like putting it all together, you know what I mean? And then just dividing it by whoever worked that day or whatever the fuck, however the fuck they do that to it.
lack of
But-
appreciation.
and then
for
you
your
and then you get
employees.
taxed on it. You know what I mean? It's fucking insane.
Dude.
It's like I said, everything's like pinned against each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're going through it now where we're getting offered less hours and we have to pay more if we miss our hours.
Yep.
It's like how are we supposed to get ahead here? Like
Meanwhile,
fucking-
the taxes are going to Ukraine. More, another
Bro,
95
here we
billion.
go.
Another 95 billion.
Let's do it. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about how much of a fucking pussy Bill Maher is. How his overlords came and fucking talk.
You want another beer
Yeah,
before,
Yeah, yeah,
before we
yeah.
talk about this?
Yeah, let's get it in now.
All right.
Have some cheese. Get some cheese in you before we start talking about it.
Cheese for crackers. Oh man, I would like to know. Yeah, I do. I would like to know that this is strictly for conversational entertainment purposes because we'll never ever know this. But like the real number, the percentage of our tax dollars that go into things that are productive for the country.
Oh God.
I think it's probably like 4%.
Yeah.
Like honestly, out of all the money,
Actually productive, like actually
yeah,
have
like
a
that
good
goes-
outcome.
Yeah, that goes to like building new roads or whatever.
That's all state tax for the most part, unless it's an interstate.
true. Yeah,
It's all state tax.
Think about
Yeah.
all the forms you get taxed in.
dude. We get after it's all said and done. I think on our money, it's like 3 times we get taxed on the same money. It's like income tax. Then you got to use that same money you're taxed on when you buy something. There's sales tax.
Glossius.
Thank you.
Glasses.
Glacius. Yeah, wait, because first you get taxed on your income, then that money when you go purchase things, there's sales tax. I'm missing one, but still, there's double tax right there. Like there's another one where you get, I forget, but bro, it's like
Yeah. How are you supposed to get ahead?
I feel like Ben Affleck. Like, "Oh, what am I gonna do?"
Mi madre, mi baby.
Oh man,
Lo siento, yo no sé.
Mi madre, mi esposa.
that's another comment I was telling Kerry about that they missed. They're like, why
Oh,
are they making
God.
fun of him for being bilingual? I'm like, we weren't.
You know what I was,
Did you
I was
even
saying,
watch
like,
the clip?
we're
Am
getting
I doing these things wrong? Like, am I editing wrong?
every time I see no, you're not, by the way. Every time I see one of these moronic comments, it reminds me that everyone's on the internet. Like all the morons are there, all
Everyone's
the
there.
smart people in between. It's like, and the morons, like Will was saying, which is always so funny, and I don't know why, they're always the ones that are willing to be the loudest.
And they're always on always on YouTube Shorts. You really realize that?
Realize that.
I've never flipped through YouTube Shorts in my life,
No?
so maybe I'm not a moron.
I've done it.
Maybe I
I
am.
do it. I do it all the time.
I've never done it, but it's kind of funny
I've done it.
because every time I'm like, who's watching this anyway?
No, I do it. I do it. I do it.
The only reason I watch it is I get an alert saying Pouring Rain Podcast
Yeah, yeah,
posted
yeah.
another
It's up-
video. I'm
yeah.
like, sick. What does it say? And then I go through the comments. I'm like, dude, these fucking people.
They totally miss. It's like, what are you watching? Where are we like, this
Oh.
guy speaks Spanish? Like, no.
Saw Tom,
Right,
you
like,
saw
how did-
Tom Cruise commented on our thing. That was pretty awesome.
We're moving on up. TC.
We're moving on
go.
up.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Amen. Where he pours, he rains.
rains.
Oh shit! I almost dropped that all over the soundboard.
Oh,
That would have
Ooh.
sucked.
oh wow! I'm so glad you didn't do
That's
that.
what I would have gotten. That's what I would have gotten.
No,
for
then we got to
being blasphemous to the Lord.
blasphemous.
Lord Cruz.
That's when we order a new one.
Send it back.
That's when we call the
Fucking
company.
terrible.
Whoops.
Tell them that their equipment malfunctioned for no reason.
fucked
That is
up.
shitty.
It smells like hops. So what were we getting back to? All right, Bill Maher. Bill Maher.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
So he did. So he has his own podcast.
Club Random.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had Patrick
That
Bet
name is
David on.
corny to me. But yeah.
that name's corny.
yeah. I don't like it. I think it's corny. Anyway, I like Patrick McDavid.
So
but
for
that's
a
one of my
while,
guys. I
he
like
was
him.
kind of like, you saw him kind of coming around to be this moderate, where he was still he was still Democrat. He still had all that going on.
Bill Maher, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
But he started really coming, like kind of like turning this
Yep.
corner where all of a sudden he's like, I can't get down with these motherfuckers, like
Right.
this Democratic Party anymore.
Yeah.
He was on Rogan saying it too.
Yeah. Well, recently
He did another 180.
he got
Right back?
he must have got a phone call from somebody. He must have, because he had Patrick Bet David on.
Yep.
And the whole time he's sitting there pretty much like justifying that Biden isn't doing an awful job.
Yes. Yep. I saw a clip. I
He
didn't
was
see
high out of his mind too. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's the weed.
No,
I don't know.
maybe it's how is it how he really feels?
But hold on, right? So that happened, right? And he started talking about, he's like, name, and then he started talking about Newsom, how he would be a great president.
What?
Crazy. All this crazy shit he's saying. And I'm like, I'm sitting here. I'm like, does he really believe this, or is he just really high?
Oh, you mean Stalin?
Yeah. So then he had so he had, you know who Ann Coulter is?
Yes.
No one can stand her.
Yeah.
She's just, I can't stand looking at her.
He's not
just an idiot.
palatable for
Yeah.
any human.
So he had her on, and they started talking about the Kansas City shooting.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, we don't know anything much about the shooter. And she pops up. She's like, well, we know one thing. And they're like, what? He's like, they're definitely not white.
She said that.
And yo, Bill Marston is like, do we really know? Do we really know that? She's like, 100% we know that. And I'm sitting here thinking that, like, this is a pretty, like, level-headed dude.
Yeah.
Do you trust the media? Do you really think that they would be, he actually said, do you really believe that they would suppress that information?
What?
I'm sorry.
He said
Do you
that.
believe they wouldn't?
I
Right.
know.
And what came out? They were two black, like young black
Yeah.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
I didn't even know that. Damn.
But that's the thing. It's like, no, they're not
Good
reporting
job,
on
guys.
it because they're not fucking reporting on it because it's not part of their narrative.
Yeah.
It's not part of that
Right.
mainstream narrative.
Right.
Which is, I'm not saying, listen, I'm not fucking saying,
Nah,
ooh,
but-
fucking black kids, no,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
of
who gives a
course
fucking
not.
shit?
No,
I'm
it
just
was
saying,
what it was. Right.
if they were two fucking
Yeah.
like white nationalist, white fucking kids.
Yeah.
You know,
It'd been all over.
everywhere. The fucking second they found out who they were.
To your point, that's why I didn't even know that they were, because I didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
And I'd be following this shit. I didn't hear about it. I heard about the shooting, but I didn't know there were 2 young black kids. That's crazy.
It was one. One kid.
or
Was it
one.
one kid or 2? I don't know. I thought it
Either
was
way,
one.
like, yeah. I
But
didn't
and the
hear
whole
about
thing
it.
was an argument. That's what it
Yeah.
was. It wasn't like it ended up being.
yeah. It wasn't
an
like
argument.
an active shooter thing.
No.
It was like somebody got in an
No,
argument.
yeah,
and
that's what I'm
well,
saying. So it wasn't like somebody went there to fucking kill people.
No, I don't think so.
That's actually
as far as
like
I know.
good news.
But
Nah,
that's
I mean,
also
it's not good news, but
That's
You know what I
also
mean?
what's
Like,
being
it's better.
reported, though.
yeah,
That's true.
You don't know.
No, you
because
don't
you
know.
don't know because they could be trying to spin this. Be like, all right, it was just an argument between
Yeah.
you guys, and it got out
Right.
of hand.
I see. That's
When it
where-
could have been, who knows?
That's why I call this mental abuse, because you shouldn't have to fucking question that.
yeah.
Like, you imagine you're watching, like, oh wait, I don't know, they could be lying. Oh well, why would they lie? Or well, what would it be? It's like we can't just sit in the house and just listen and be like, oh, okay, thank you for the truth, and let us deal with the truth however we may.
Yeah,
Like, that's so crazy,
it's fucking crazy.
dude. But yeah, Bill Maher, yeah, he's
I'm telling you, he got a phone call, man. His overlords called. They're like, yo,
Yeah.
dude, you still want this HBO show?
I wouldn't be
Motherfucker.
surprised.
But that's at some point, and I'm speculating here. Like, this is
Yeah,
what
of
I think
course.
happened.
Of course,
But
we
if
don't
that-
know. None of
if-
us know. Right?
I'm looking at myself, right? And I'm looking at myself. I had that type of money. You're already set for fucking life. You don't have fucking need anything else. You have a fucking podcast that's making money without these fucking idiots. I'd be like, eat a fucking dick, you fucking
Right.
pussies.
Why? Yeah. Why
Have
would you
fun.
not do that?
Go grab somebody else. Go grab your dude. Fuck you. And I would go on my podcast and talk about how they fucking called me and did that.
Right.
Why not?
Fuck them.
Be
What
the
do you
sole
need to do?
proprietor of
Yeah.
it, fuck it.
Yeah.
I wonder if these people are so scared of the machine, right? If there really is, like, we obviously know there are overlords and gatekeepers. That's 100%. It's not hard to see that. But I wonder if these people get so afraid, like, are they scared for their life? You know what I mean? To the point where they will really retract anything that they weren't supposed to say because, excuse me, like, sorry.
Yeah, stop drinking beer on this.
If you look at
Inscape conversation, Mr. Function, come off and teach them all a lesson. Me say, when we fire drum and bass, how we mash up the place.